Hello everybody, it's Bea from Bespoke Crafts and welcome to my channel. Before I start, can I please say thank you so much for everybody for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. If you're watching this video and you haven't yet subscribed, would you please consider doing so? It is free and it really does help my channel to grow. Can you also please click that the thumbs up button for me? I really do appreciate that. Again, that helps my channel, and also the notification bell, and share the video as well. I'd really appreciate that. And please feel free to put your comments, any comments that you've got in the comments box. I'd appreciate that as well. I love reading your comments. Right, today I'm going to be using, hopefully, I've never done this before, so we're going to see how this works, some lights, and I've just unravelled them. Oh. And these are them. Just turn them on, and I thought I would do a night sky and see how we get on. Got these off Temu. I'm not sure, I think there's maybe about 15 in there. So they come up, yeah, there's about 15, 20 in there. This is how they come wrapped. So I've had these a while. But just never used them, and I've also never really done such as a night sky. That keeps falling off. I'll move that out of the way. I'll put that together in a minute. So I've got my Distress Oxide, and I've started with the blues, and I've also got a weathered wood. So I've got weathered wood, tumbled glass, Stormy Skies, Faded Jeans, and Chip Sapphire. And I've also got Black Soot. I've also got, I'm not sure whether I'm going to use it, some Villainous Potion. I don't know whether I want to put a little bit of purple in there as well. So we will just literally see how we get on. I've also got Seedless Preserve out, but I don't think I'll be using that. So I've got my brushes. They all look worse than what they are. So I'm just going to give them a bit of a rub through. And I'm going to start at the bottom. And I'm just going to, I don't know why I've turned it round, tap some of the ink off, and very gently and lightly apply the colour. Like I say, I've never done this before. So we will see how we get on. I do like Distress Oxides. They go on the paper so nicely. Okay. Right. And as you can hear, Merlin's awake. And I don't wash my brushes. I'm always tempted to. I really am. But to clean them, it is just apparently the best way is just to use a piece of kitchen roll. I have got plenty of brushes, but I don't actually use them for individual colours. I started to, good intentions, but it never stayed like that. You see how much colour these brushes hold. So you can understand now when I'm doing cards and I'll say, I'm just going to use the remnants on the brush. It's because there's absolutely loads on there. I should have cleaned these first, really. Note to self. I am scrubbing quite hard. I'm pushing quite hard on them. Right. So now I'm going to use the tumble glass. And I've just re-inked this as well. So it will be quite juicy, she says. Now we'll go back over with the grey as well. Should have used this one, but there's hardly anything in it. Anyway, so the next one I'm going to use is Stormy Skies. Use a little bit of tissue or something, just to prevent you getting finger marks on your oxide, because you will get them, definitely. Back in with the tumble glass. I'm going to take this up no, I'm not going to take it up a little bit further. Use that off that one. And faded jeans. I need to sort my brushes out, so I do end up using individual ones for the colours. I've got the brushes to do it, so I should do it. This is a beautiful colour. It's got a touch of purple in it. And if you keep your pressure light when you initially put your sponge on, you don't get the sort of like blodge marks. Let me show you. So I've just got a little piece of cardstock. These are just offcuts from making my cards. So I'll take the worst off. But if you just start straight in, you get like a blodge there, can you see? Which, it's okay, but you have to work and work at it to get it to go. And this is actually that silk weave card. And if I do this, this was a bad example, it doesn't cover properly, and it just comes off, which is not good. So that was a bad example.
Copy.
Okay, I'm back. Right, so Oops. I'm going to apply a little bit more pressure, and I think I'm going to go over it again because I'm not getting that look that I want. My battery's gone dead again. Sorry about that. So again, keep applying. We'll be going on to voiceover shortly because my husband's on his way home. So the voiceover starts now. What I'm doing is just applying the colour, the individual colours, and layering up and blending in until I get the final look that I'm looking for. I am finding that the tumble glass, I'm not happy with it, so I'm blending over with the other colours just to sort of like soften that off a little bit more, make it not so harsh. And now I'm actually putting the name of the colours onto my blushes. I am going to sort those out using alcohol ink there just to take off the old marks on it. I'm also talking about my husband's YouTube channel, which is called Picture Power Photography, and I normally put his link up. There you go. They're normally about 5 minutes in, and his Facebook page is called Picture Power Nature. So if you're interested in wildlife, just pop over and have a look. He's absolutely brilliant. He is a photographer. That is his hobby, and it is his passion. So just pop over and have a look. He's been out. He went out yesterday morning in that really, really bad weather. Not yesterday, because I made this card yesterday. It was the day before. Anyway, back to the card. So I'm going to add some water splats to the card just to give it a little bit more texture. But first of all, I'm actually going to dry off because I've used the water off the mat. But what I'm talking about now is the use of the heat gun, and I cannot stress this enough. These do apparently just catch fire if you leave them plugged in. It's never happened to me. I've had mine for about 5 years, but now I do unplug it. And I can't stress this enough, really. I was once doing a lady's hair when I was a mobile hairdresser, and we were in the lounge, and we smelled like an electric burning smell. Went into the kitchen and a washer was smoking, literally. So we got it under control, and now I never go out leaving my washer on or my tumble dryer or anything like that. So health and safety over. There you go. So now I'm going to add some splats of water, just making a little pool in my hand and my fingers just to flick it on, just to add a little bit more texture to the card. Which really does make a difference. Just need to plug my computer in because we're going on low battery. That's it, we're on. So just dab off the water. You leave it on for however long you want. Obviously, the longer you leave it, the more of the colour is going to come out. So that's just trial and error, really, depending on what sort of look that you want. Again, quickly drying off. be careful with this Ranger heat tool as well, because it does get as hot as an embossing gun. So I'm now using the white paint to do the splat. Sorry about the noise. And it is Dale and Ronnie, and it's just called White, just to splat over. So now I'm using, that was a quick turnover, these are Creative Expressions, the Christmas Village, and it's got 17 dies in it. So I've coloured the little bit of paper first to do the trees. So I've done several. So I've cut all the elements out, and I'm just using different shades of browns and greys just to colour them in. And obviously I've fast forwarded through this, as I have done through a lot of it, is because it is quite repetitive. And believe me, this card, it's been long-winded, but it is definitely is worth it in the end. It's not one of those cards that you would make multiples of. It's a special card for special people in your life. So I was going to add some Christmas music to this, but I'd be dotting in and out with Christmas music, so I'm not going to bother. So there might be times when I just sit quiet and get lost in the moment of the colouring in. Obviously I'm using my Ohuhu Honolulu 320 set of pens, but what I'm using now is I've just got a piece of pale coloured just scrap paper really, and I'm putting it on the back of the building, so it just looks like lights on in the windows. And I've done it to all of the buildings with the windows, and just cutting it to size. I'm using the glue, it's the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive clear drying craft glue. It's the first time I've used this one. I normally use the Gina K Connect glues, but I'm just trying them out. I do like the Gina K, and this is a little bit thinner, this Nuvo glue, but yeah, I quite like it. I'm going to put it into a smaller bottle though, with a needle point nib, although this is got a small nib on it. It's not small enough really. But I'm also going to, I bought one of these little pastry cutters. I only bought a cheap set of 4, which you'll be seeing me using next videos, where I've cut the top off, and it was CN Crafts lady on there was using them, so I'm going to give that a go, just to add apply glue to smaller dies, smaller die cuts. So I'm just popping some of the buildings up on foam tape, and this is where I'm going to start placing the lights behind, and I'm going to do each light at a time, just to make sure that I get the best outcome for the card really. This is where I should be playing music to you, because it's just looking at placement and where I'm going to obviously place everything down. I suppose we can listen to Merlin instead. He's awake, obviously. I don't know about you, but I can spend absolutely ages on placement on a card. I've just edited out 1.5 minutes, which doesn't sound a lot, but when you sat looking at a screen where nothing's happening, it is a long time. I mean, this video to start with, the card in all took about, I would say, 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours to make from start to finish. I've got it down to 30 minutes, so just after. It takes longer to edit the videos and do the voiceover than it does to make the card. I don't know how long I've been doing this for now anyway, but it's all fun, it's all part of it. So as you can see there, I'm just checking to see where the lights are going to shine on these. And I don't know how many lights there are on these, but if you cut the ends off, obviously not the battery end, if you cut the lights off at the other end, they obviously still work. Well, my husband was looking at that and he said, what a waste. And I don't know what he did, but he took about, I think maybe cut about 12 or 13 pieces off, and he sat over at his desk, his craft desk is opposite me, fiddling about, and he actually got them to work. So we'd got the other end and got that to work as well. So they're not wasted if you know what you're doing with them. So I am just putting that little bit of weight down that didn't work, and I'm going to stick the bits of wire down. The hour, it is only very thin, with sellotape, just real little bits. So I'm just fast forwarding this through now. I'm using my reverse tweezers just to hold the bits in place, the little houses in place. And just keep putting the lights on just to make sure that it's looking right. There are some little lamps, street lights in this set as well, but I didn't cut them out and use them. But it is a quaint little set. So versatile. You can use it for all sorts of different scenes if you coloured them in snow covered, and anyway, they are lovely. Like I said, this is the first time that I've done this, and I am really impressed with it. The lights are really good. I shall certainly be using more, and just look for different ways to utilise them. Actually, just thinking, there's a little gummy pan submarine that would look quite good with a little light behind it. So just colouring around the edges of the houses. As you know, I've said many times, I don't like to see the white on the side of the cards. Putting cute little trees on. If anybody's ever used the lights before, can you pop a link in the comments so I can have a look at what you've done? It's always good to get different ideas. I like to see what everybody else is doing. Went a bit dark there, but I don't know why. So you can see it's really coming together now with the trees and everything. So I've just got the final bits to do, which is the Santa and the stars and excuse me, and the moon. And looking at that now, I don't think I've done any grounding underneath the church on the right hand side, so I need to do that. Looks like it's floating in midair. So let's have a look. Yeah, that looks lovely. Even though I say so myself, I'm pleased with that. yeah, I am pleased with that. Like I say, it is the first time. I think I've said that about 3 times now. So then it was after I've coloured the rest of the parts to go on. I was going to do the sleigh and Santa. I was going to do it just in grey, as it'd be in the night sky. And you'll see me start that in a minute when I stop faffing about. Put it down. Put it down. Yes, it works. You've tried it numerous times. Actually, I'm just figuring out placement for it, how I'm going to do it. And I've ended up, oh, there we go, super quick now. I'm using the Wink of Stella just on the stars, and also I did a little bit of it on Santa's sleigh, on the bits that hold the reindeer together. So you see me trying it in grey and thinking, no, I'm not going to do that. So there's the Wink of Stella going in, and there's his sleigh going. I've used 2 different reds, one for his sleigh, one for his outfit. Little black gloves, but I'm sure he has white gloves. But anyway, he's got black gloves. And I've just doubled the moon up as well, and then quickly look at placement. I used a little bit of grey on the clouds just to give them that little bit of extra definition. And there's Santa. So there you go. Right, so the rest of the video has gone. I don't know where it's gone. Anyway, so what I've done is I've layered up with, I used the foam squares, but I put them ×3 on the back of here, so which gives it made it quite thick, but it didn't really matter. So there's today's video. I know there's a lot of fast forwarding through it, but it would have been just far too long if I hadn't done it. I did think about doing it in 2 sections, but I changed my mind on that. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Absolutely chuffed to bits to be over 200 subscribers now. I can't thank you enough. So I hope you've got this far. Please leave your comments and give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you for the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye for now. Bye.